Howdy, howdy, folks. A-Train here with you for another Let's Just Frickin' Play Farming Simulator 22. And happy Sunday fun day to all out there. Let's jump into it. We are in the John Deere 4755 on the Stone Valley map. And oh, look, I'm still paused where I was paused to take the picture. How about that? So we are doing some work here with a, this is the old tractor in the fleet, 190 horsepower John Deere. No bells and whistles, nothing fancy about this thing. I mean, it doesn't even have the DEF set up on it. And so we leased a Lizard cultivator, which is just a big fancy rake in this case. And we are given, what is this, field 15, 16, I think? We're kind of working side by side here with Massey Ferguson is right there. So we're working east, and then our farm is over the other side of that house over there. Oops, I'm gonna go back on track here and stay out of this goofy, as we've just talked about, ad nauseum water situation here. It's a little weird. The water on this map seems to defy gravity. I'll drop in the cab here real quick so you can see. Yeah, I mean, there's LCD displays, but a lot of it is very much old school tech in this bad boy. Now when this we'll get over it. So we got the Massey Ferguson doing a plowing job on the field next to us, and we finished up the 2 jobs we started the other day. Like I said, I did those off camera. Started a couple more jobs because we had like 5 in the queue. Like $200,000 worth of contracts we've taken on here. And we're over towards town here. This is where the creepers are. So we gotta watch out for the creepers. Creeps, the bleeps, and the sweeps. Or the sweeps, the bleeps, and the creeps. Whichever it is. Michael Winslow is talking about as he's running. Oops, just stop here. Running the radar there on Spaceball 1. Sir? Sir? What is it? I've lost the bleeps, the sweeps, and the creeps. The what, the what, and the what? If you haven't seen it, go watch Spaceballs after you're done watching this video. So, hope everyone's having a great weekend. Mine's going pretty swell so far. I had Friday off because my boss and I busted our butts on Thursday, and we got done with a 2-day job in 1 day, as far as we could get it done. Because the vendor dinked some stuff up in the production process, and oops, well, only so much we can do. So they're going to have to remake a bunch of stuff. So yeah, this is our good old 4755. I think we're going to hold on to this one. Very much an old school looking tractor here. It does have a, I think, an air conditioning cab. There's air conditioning control. There's something above our heads there. Jump back in here. There's radio. There's fan controls and windshield wipers and stuff. So yeah, I assume it has air conditioning. And it has a radio. This contraption we're pulling requires 150 horsepower. We have 190 in this thing. It's the lightest puller of the 3 in the fleet. But so it may struggle a little bit going up grade. 8 miles an hour ain't very fast. And the reason why we're doing this with this one is we've got the big John Deere, or big dog, or 8R, which I upgraded the horsepower on to the second highest amount. So I think we're at 420 now. I think it'll go to 450, but then you lose the continuous variable transmission, and it goes to power shift. Now, I'm not sure I want to go to power shift with it. I like CVT. CVT's cool. We've talked about that before. If you have a question what a CVT is, just ask me. I'll answer for you, because I know. At least I know what they are in a car, so I assume they'd be pretty similar here in a tractor. we're just going to square this off here nice and neat like that. Will do, pig. Close this up. And I'm not sure what... Oh, I know what the problem is with this. This doesn't have GPS. Nor, I don't think it's an... Well, I guess you could add it. You have to swing over to the shop. Down the road there. But don't have GPS on this tractor. At least not yet. So also earlier, while I had minions doing the fun part of driving the tractor, I was driving around in the pick 'em up truck and picking up some more stuffs. You see, we got a pretty good chunk of change up there in the corner. That's from completing those contracts and me getting a couple, maybe a dozen or so more trinkets around the map. So that worked out pretty good. All right. So we'll run a couple of headlands here, and then we'll be able to put a minion on, so we can switch around. And you're not looking at the same thing all afternoon. But this contract is that I can't look at. Saving. This contract is, I think this is this one, $13,000. Yeah. So we're plowing field 15, which is next to us, and cultivating 16, which is up yonder. It's kind of northwest from our fields. So, I mean, when we wrap it up, we'll actually be able to drive into the backside of our farm. So, but yeah, some of the little trinket thingies, you know, the little toys and stuff to go around the map and collect, some are just sitting out in the middle of the road. You go down to the corners of the map and you'll find them on the road. So there's free money to be made there. Making noise. This could be me. I need an Alabama shirt to wear in the tractor. Just ordered me a new Alabama t-shirt earlier today. And, well, we're going to see how it works out, because I ordered a 2X. That's what I want. Ordered a 2X. I'd gone up to a 3X because my weight had pushed up to about 290. And so to get over my fat belly and not, you know, uncover it when I reach my arms up, I was having to push up to get some 3X t-shirts. And I got a few, a couple of Alabama t-shirts. I got my Chase Elliott t-shirts in 3X, my Richard Petty t-shirts in 3X. So I've got, you know, 5 or 6, I guess. And I was going to order a 3X, a new Alabama t-shirt in a 3X, and they didn't have it in 3X, so I would have had to either get white or black. Well, they want black simply because it's hot. And the white one, I was like, oddly enough, I only have one other white Alabama t-shirt, and I have a lot of Alabama t-shirts, a lot of Alabama gear. In case you missed it, I'm an Alabama fan. Roll Tide. Anyway, so The white t-shirt, though, I feel like would get dirty too easily. So I like the red ones. And the vast majority of the ones I have are red. I have one white one and at least three. Maybe 4 black ones. And I have a couple of gray ones. So I have at least one blue one, which I know is weird because it's not an Alabama color at all, right? But it's got like an American flag Alabama logo on it. You know, a lot of teams and stuff are doing stuff like that. So it was cool. I bought it. So yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying your weekend, and we're plowing away here on Stone Valley. Well, not plowing, cultivating or raking. It could be harrowing too. So basically, we're just tearing up the shallow roots that were in this field and preparing it for the next planting. Clearly, it's been limed. He limed me. What? And it depends on how things go. We're going to do this for a bit. Oops, I hit my glasses on the pop filter. And then probably take a break for dinner, and then I have an option. That could be some Project Hospital, or I might watch Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. I haven't seen that. I feel like I need to see it, so then I can. Is this 8 miles an hour as fast as we're going to go? I need to see it. I've seen Thor. I don't know. I did. Kind of torn on it. I'm not thrilled with it. I don't want to say it's good, but I did see someone make a point that, you know, the Thor franchise in the MCU is where the, you know, humor is. But still, I just don't. I feel like they just acted. Hello, Lee. Welcome aboard. How's your weekend going? I feel like they kind of farted their way around through at least the first half. But I get it where it, you know, it is the funny one of the bunch. But yeah, still. So I want to get Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness out of the way, and then we're gonna get that. Oh, we did get that. This Ms. Marvel series is out on Disney Plus. I do not have Disney Plus, so I have to figure out how I can watch it. Here's the problem. I have a quandary here. You know, you have to buy all these stupid services these days. I have Amazon Prime, so I can see a lot of cool stuff that I like on Prime. But Disney's just really ticking me off with some of the stupid crap they're doing. And it's ticking a lot of people off because they've lost hundreds of thousands of subscribers recently. Netflix is losing tons of subscribers. And so I don't want to have Mateo. Hello. How are you today? Welcome aboard. Appreciate you stopping by. Hope you're having a great weekend. So yeah, I want to see. I want to make sure I don't watch Ms. Marvel and have missed something from Doctor Strange. Actually, I need to still watch. I haven't seen Moon Knight, and I haven't seen. How do I want to do this? What? I'm going to do this. We're going to go this way. It's getting kind of late in the day too. That's why I went ahead and kicked this extra job off. I figured, let's look at the percentages here. Yeah, see, 18, 64% done, 15, 69% done. So as soon as that other cultivator gets done, we'll bring it down here and maybe help us out. I like it, except for the way the water is handled. Because you look right here in front of us, here's an example. We're going downhill, water goes downhill, right? But then over on the other side, water goes uphill, right? In theory, that water would be cutting across the field in front of us to the lowest spot. And so I think for all the pluses there are on this map, that's a really annoying thing to me. That, see, water's flowing up. It could be coming downhill this way, and it could be coming downhill this way. At about this point here, it should be going this way, over there, and down to that low spot over there near where the Massey Ferguson's working. Right? Does that make sense? So the fields are great, good size fields. You know, you got the selling points. Yeah, I'm on PC. Yeah, specs are down. Should be down in the description below. Other than that, I think it's a really good map, and I think it's based on a real area of Illinois, United States, the state of Illinois. So, you know, I don't want to sound all negative, but the water thing really bothers me. But I do like the dog. The dog is cool. Rudolph is awesome. So we can play fetch with Rudolph and rub his belly and stuff. He's back over at the house right now. Well, I goofed that up. I really went further than I needed to because the turning radius on this thing is not what I expected. What tractors do I have? This is the John Deere 4755, which is one of the ones you get. We're playing New Farmer mode on this game. So you have the 4755. I have a Massey Ferguson 7719. Let's just take a look. Go to the garage here, medium tractor, 7726. So a Massey 7726, and that's configured with single narrow front wheels and then dual narrow rear wheels. And then we have the big dog, which is the 8R from John Deere, and we've upped it to the 370, so it's got 420 horsepower. So yeah, those are the three tractors we have. We still have the Lamo harvester that you get, the Deutschfahr. We'll probably be able to upgrade that here before too long, because we're making some pretty good coin here. But I wanted to hold on to one of the older tractors. We had an older Massey Ferguson. We had another John Deere with less horsepower than this one to start with. And so I wanted to hold on to one of them just because, you know, it's kind of cool. And it looks to me like farmers don't really throw away, you know, old vehicles unless they completely die. And then they just park them in the field somewhere. And they get found, you know, years later overgrown and rusted out. So, what are my thoughts on the Volvo expansion? Okay, so here's the thing. It's great that they're getting another, you know, big name on board. It looks like it's targeted towards the forestry industry, which, okay, if that's what the, you know, users are wanting, I would like to see a Valtra expansion myself. We just got Kubota, which I do not relate Kubota to big farming personally. You know, I think of them as a small farm, like family farm, or maybe you just have a, you know, an acre or two in your backyard and you use a Kubota tractor or something with it. But I do know they have a, you know, bunch of implements for, like, and then they have, you know, yard work and mowers and stuff like that. So I'm sure that it's a nice DLC. I just don't know if I see any reason to get it. Now, That said, Volvo is interesting, but again, it looks like it's a lot of heavy logging related stuff. So I'm not terribly, now if they do some trucks, you know, some 18-wheeler tractors, that would be really cool. To me, the developers could be doing other things to make the game better, like including irrigation, like how we got to irrigate the fields and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because how do you water your fields in this game? Well, if it rains occasionally, then you're fine. Now on this map, supposedly there's flooding that will occur during heavy rain, which is, okay, that's cool. But again, you have waterways that run uphill and downhill, and they don't do what water naturally does. So that to me is a meh. So I'd rather see the developers focusing on improving the realism of the game with irrigation than bringing in new equipment for something that seems kind of niche, you know? And I'm not trying to knock forestry. I'm sure there's people that enjoy it. I don't, you know, think of it much as farming. It'd be like if they added in fish farming, right? How many people are really fish farmers, you know? You know, to me, I think the efforts would be better spent working on improving the game itself rather than adding DLCs that only, you know, maybe what, 30%? I think that's a generous number of the player base are going to use. So, you know, again, if they make a cool tractor, then that's great. I mean, I don't know if Volvo makes tractors like this kind of tractor. I'm talking about tractors for, you know, 18-wheelers, over-the-road tractors. I didn't even bother with this little bit here. It was dumb. Oh well. Anyway, so yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the whole Volvo thing. We'll see. I just think there's other stuff that could be done that would make the game better. What do you think? New prop types to? Yeah, you know, because it's kind of. I don't want to say sorry. I'm kind of the opinion that developers are getting lazy. And here's what I mean by that. They're setting up their games, right, to get to a playable state. And we've talked about this with Sim Airport and other games. They get it to a playable state, and then they open it up for modding so that modders then do the work the developers should have done. And then at some point the developers say, game's good enough. We're going to let the modders take over from here. And modders don't tend to get paid for, you know, what they do. Just like we don't, you know, we pay to play the game because it's an early access. You know, we pay 20, 25 bucks for the game. And then we become the beta testers for it. Well, wait a minute. Last I checked, if I'm testing something for you, I should get paid for that. So that's kind of hinky in my book. That's how I feel about the whole thing. So yeah, I'd like to see them. Irrigation to me is the big thing they need to add into this game. We need drip irrigation, you know, with like pivots and stuff, sprayers, in ground drip. Oh, that's drip irrigation. Is in ground. You know, water hoses that effectively drip into the, you know, roots of the crops, and then pipe irrigation, where you lay out a series of pipes and then you pump water through them, and then it shoots down the rows If you watch the Lower Farms videos, you'll see examples of all three of these that they use in their fields. Also, I'm kind of at the point where I'm kind of done with the whole production aspect of this game. Farmers do not, for the most part, they farm. They produce a raw material, and then they sell it to somebody for them to process it into something else. At that point, you're getting into industry simulator. Right? Does that make sense? All right, cool. Enjoy your dinner. Let us know what you have. Send some leftovers. It's getting dark here. I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to get this field done. We're making a pretty good pace on it here. I was not screwing around too much. We're just having to make a lot of turns. What we'll do is we'll work our way over that area that you see across in front of us there, the curved spot. That'll be the last area that gets done. So what that'll do is help save us. We're going to work over to the long edge of the field, and that way, woo, darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Which, that's kind of dumb, actually. It shouldn't be getting this dark at 7 o'clock in August in Illinois. They have longer days. It shouldn't be getting dark until 8 to 9, actually 9 o'clock. Because being at a higher latitude, they have sunlight later in the day than we do. It's like Alaska, you know, during the summertime. They're so far north, they have like 2 hours of night, maybe 4. That's just the way it works. So, yeah, this is something that needs to be corrected. I would expect it to be getting dark about this time in October. Maybe going into November. But then you have the time change in the United States, which hopefully, one good thing politicians could actually do is do away with the time change. It's stupid. What, you know something, I'm gonna have to look this up. Maybe not. There we go. I'll have to look it up. Push the H key. Hey, train. It's been a while since I played, so, you know, it's like, okay. I've forgotten a lot of... Oh, no. Okay, turn the lights on, which is great. Oops. Turn the lights on, but it engaged the helper, and I was like, wait a minute. I don't want somebody else driving the tractor. I've got the tractor. I have the con. Let's see here. I got a notice on my phone. Pizza Hut's got some kind of deal. Not that I need Pizza Hut. I'm doing really good. I haven't had pizza in like a month or something. Possibly longer. Eating better. Getting my butt in shape. I walked earlier today. Just for reference. So I do my daily exercise routine now is some calisthenics, like old school, like toe touches, like it touch the ceiling, waist, toes, waist, ceiling, waist, toes, like that. And it's good for flexibility, good for the lower back. Good. I imagine it's good for the abs too, but I can't do a whole lot of ab work because I think I have a abdominal hernia. Anyway. So then I do some push-ups, and then just do like some squats, twists, arm extension circles, and stuff like that. I'm just trying to loosen my body up, build a little bit of muscle, and anyway. So it's good exercise, gets my heart rate up, and then I go for a walk. And in my neighborhood, I have a nice setup where I can walk any number of directions and distances. So today I did 1.5 miles, and I covered it in less than 22 minutes and 30 seconds. What does that mean? It means I was walking faster than 4 miles per hour. That's hauling the mail. A lot of people can't run 4 miles an hour. I can walk that pace. I'm 6'3", and which is odd because I've got the height, but a lot of my height is in my torso. But I still have pretty long legs, and I can stride out. And so, yeah, it was really, really good walk today. My course through my neighborhood, so I've got it broken down into 3 sectors, very Formula One-ish of me. But I used Google Earth and like mapped it out with the pathing tool, and found the exact, like, I go out and down the street to the left, down Meadow Creek, and then I take a right at Trail's End, which is like 0.4 of a mile down. And I take a right, across the street, and then I'm on the sidewalk, on the north sidewalk. And at the sidewalk coming out of the 5th house on the right, that's a 0.5 mile. That's my 0.5 mile split. So I was at 7:29. No, yes. Wait. Was it 7? It wasn't 7:29. That would have been right on pace. I was at like 7. Oh, it was at 7:20. So 7 minutes and 20 seconds for the first 0.5 mile. But then, all right, sector 2, it's a gradual climb as you turn that corner. And then, oops, that. And then you peak the hill, and I mean, it's not, you're probably only going up about 20 feet total. But then you drop down substantially to the other side, down to the road on the backside of that little subdivision, which kind of parallels a creek. So it's like a park area, a green area, Greenland. So you get down there and then turn right. So you've had mostly downhill for sector 2. But once you turn right, it starts a very slight climb back to La Cosa. And there's a park down on the left. And once you pass that park and you get to the alley, the next alley past the park, there's a street and there's an alley between the blocks. That's the 1 mile split time. And there I was at 14 minutes and 25 seconds, which put me 35 seconds ahead of pace, because I want to do 4 miles an hour. That would be a mile every 15 minutes, right? So I can math. So that was good. I was really cooking it, but I was already starting the climb back up out of that little valley. Then you turn the corner on La Cosa, and it's like a 5-minute hill climb, and it's pretty good grade. You're pounding up it, but I was able to maintain pace and actually stay on it, and get to the top of the hill. You crest it, and then just about then you're back to Meadow Creek, and back on the flat for a left turn back to Warm Breeze. That's a 1.4 mile mark. Made a left on Warm Breeze, took that down to the next street, and that was the 0.5 mile mark. And I goofed up the other day measuring all that, and had myself actually walk to the next alley. So that put me at 1.55 miles for the day. But yeah, my pace was 4.14 miles per hour. Hey Vincent, how are you? Welcome aboard. How's the weekend going? So yeah, good exercise today. Then cool down walk of about 8 or 9 minutes, and yeah, feeling better. Been doing this now for about 2 weeks. I think I'm sleeping better. I'm eating less. I'm snacking less between meals, and it's all good. Getting ready for my doctor's visit at the VA in about 6 weeks. So, not waiting until the last minute to get, try to do something to save myself from diabetes medicine or high blood pressure medicine or something like that. Anything interesting going on in your world, Vincent? See any good movies lately? See any bad movies lately? Thor. Keep ripping on Thor. Like I said, I should cut it a little slack. It is funny. But then it gets serious. It's just like Ragnarok. So I rewatched that the other day. And, it's funny. Well, it's serious, then it's funny, then it gets serious again. There's humor mixed in the serious parts. So they do kind of a similar thing with Love and Thunder. I'm not a big Natalie Portman fan. So yeah, I think I gotta watch Doctor Strange, and then I think I'll be okay to watch Ms. Marvel. I don't know who Moon Knight is. That's why I haven't watched Moon Knight. Well, A. B. I don't have Disney Plus. And then I haven't seen The Immortals either. So I guess I need to catch up on those couple of things. And then I'll be all set. Now, I am looking forward to next month when She-Hulk, Attorney at Law, comes out. The previews of that look tremendous. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Well, I can tell you this, if you haven't gone to see Top Gun, do not miss it in the theater, because it is just amazing. It really is. I'd pay to see it again 3 times. I've seen it twice. I'd pay to see it again 3 more times before I pay to see Thor again. Which technically I didn't pay to see it the first time. A friend took me to see it for my birthday, and that was cool and sweet. But it just wasn't that good. And what's interesting is the guy who directs it voices Korg, which is the rock creature, right? But also now a movie that came out not too long ago that I really enjoy is Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds and Wakiti. I think the guy's name's Wakiti. It's a Japanese name, I think. He directs Thor: Love and Thunder and voices Korg, the rock guy. And he directs he stars in, I don't know if he directs it in Free Guy, but he's the douchebag owner of Tsunami, the software company. So he's a real piece of work. But yeah, that's him. Progress here on everything. Everything is going to get done here before I goof that up. Futz about it too much. Get back over here though. I'm going to futz about it if I don't get the lines done. So this is a lizard cultivator, which I'm going to just call it a rake or a harrow, because all it's doing really is just kind of scraping the ground. inches down. It is not sophisticated at all. And we're just leasing it because we'll be done with it here in a minute. We already got a cultivator that's kind of nicer than this one. So I didn't want to have department, redundancy department when it came to tools like that. I don't know. We may wind up buying one at some point because it fits this tractor. Right? So this is a good job for this tractor. And it's an 8.3 meter wide implement. So on this map, you can tell that we're making good, good ground on this thing. We're getting the getter done. Oh, there we go. Made it. Right. I don't know why, but my oh, I do, because I don't have GPS on this tractor. I would have done GPS. I tried to set up auto steer, but for some reason I don't think it's working at all. I'm not sure why. I know Courseplay did an update like this past week recently. I don't know. It seemed to work fine. I had two vehicles. Well, I got one vehicle using it. I think the other one's a help. No, I think both are using Courseplay. So that's working out. All right, so let's see. What is this? Get this. Celebrate the best emoji in the game with the best. It's a pizza. You know what? I don't need no stinking Pizza Hut. Don't get me wrong, I like Pizza Hut. I'd love to order. Sunday was like my day to order pizza. And I get like a thin crust pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and black olives. That thin, crispy crust, I like it. I don't like a lot of doughy crust. And it's cool for the kids, but man, it's like going to a fancy restaurant and eating a bunch of bread before you have your meal. I mean, you got steak coming out. Why are you filling your stomach with bread? That's just going to expand. Save that for the frickin' meat, dude. Duh. So, yeah. Now, I've mentioned this place before. There's a bar near me called the Hideaway. I like to go there and practice pool. Oh, and I got a pool update coming here in a second. So, they have really good pizza. And there, I like to get their, no, it's not margarita pizza. Wait a minute. It is a margarita pizza. Yeah, except I get it with sausage on it. So it's okay, now I gotta think about it because it's been months since I ordered it. It's like a olive oil base, like 3 kinds of cheese, Roma tomatoes, and basil. And then I add sausage to it, and it's fantastic. Except the one day the guy made it, I don't know who it was, if he was new or an FNG or whatever, but the guy made the pizza, and it's like he chopped up half the basil in Dallas and put it on it. The pizza literally was green from the amount of basil. Basil is one of those herbs that you use sparingly. Less is more. I discovered that putting that on my pizza was a treat when I would eat at the restaurant called Pie 5. They used to have one over here in Addison, and it went out of business. A bunch of them went out of business. There's a couple still open, but these you go in and you order like personal pizzas. So it's like an 8-inch crust or so, 8 or 10-inch crust. So it's real reasonable if you want to eat the whole thing, or maybe just eat half and then take the other half with you. But you have several different crust types. You pick that, and then you pick the sauce you want on it, and then the toppings, and they're like 6 or 7 different kinds of meats, 6 or 7 kinds of cheeses. I mean, it's phenomenal. And then they bake it right, and all the veggies, whatever. and they bake it right in front of you. It goes through the oven, it comes out the other side, and they had fresh chopped basil to put on it on the backside. So my typical pizza there, again, my typical topping setup is pepperoni, sausage, mushrooms, and black olives. And got it with basil on it the first time, and it just adds this fresh little zip to the pizza. Oh, it was so good. So yeah, that's the margarita pizza is really good, but yeah, basil goes ways. So I either order the margarita pizza with sausage, or I'll get what I've described multiple times now: pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, black olive. And they're reasonably priced too. There's like, I think they're less than $15, and it's a big pizza. It's probably 16-inch or so, 16, 18-inch. It's good enough for 2 to 3 meals. And that's the key, is I probably at this point need to turn in like 4 meals. So I'll eat, can eat 2 pieces of pizza, and then, hey, he's back. How was dinner? What'd you have for dinner? We're talking about food right now. We're talking about pizza. I could probably drop down to eating 2 pieces of pizza per meal. That'd probably benefit me, because I think my stomach is all, from stuffing so much in it. When you're younger, you think you can just shovel a whole pizza down your throat, and you can. But after you hit 30 or so, and you stop exercising, like, when I was in the Air Force, we exercised fairly regularly. That stuff catches up with you, and then it compounds, and it's a problem, and you don't want that problem. So for those of you who are under 40, I really highly recommend that you kind of get your act together now with and it's not necessarily, you're going to want to watch how much sodium you eat and fat you eat and sugar, but do a little bit of exercise. Get out and walk 30 minutes a day, 2, 3, 4 times a week, stuff like that. That'll really help you. Because otherwise, when you get in your 40s, pounds start piling on. And then when you get in your late 40s and early 50s, your body starts to hurt. The check engine light comes on, and your body's like, what the hell did you do? Guess what? Time to pay the piper. So that 20 years between 25 and 45 of just eating junk and not being smart will catch up with you. So steak kebabs, hey, that sounds awesome. What was I saying before you left? I don't remember. You'll have to refresh my memory. Steak kebab sound tremendous. Steak always sounds tremendous. I was thinking about going to Torchy's Tacos and getting a couple of fajita steak tacos, but the issue there, again, is, well, here's the thing. I love their chips and queso. I can down the whole bag of chips. Now, I do tell them no soda, don't add salt to the chips, because the queso is amazing. They have the cheese in it, and they add, I think, cilantro and hot sauce and cojita cheese. And, oh, you're enjoying the Kubota? Oh, okay, yeah, cool. Anyway, that's best queso around. If you're in an area where there's a Torchy's Tacos, highly recommend it. I like the fajita steak tacos and the fajita chicken tacos on wheat tortillas. Really good stuff. Steak kebabs, though. Mateo, remind me where you live. I really should have like a list, but. I think we're about done with this. I think this swipe right here is going to get us done with this job. What's my favorite food to cook? Spaghetti. Well, okay. I like to make spaghetti in the crock pot, although I don't make the sauce from scratch. I do like saute like green peppers and baby bella mushrooms and yellow onion and some olive oil. And I usually brown turkey meat to go in the spaghetti. All right, feels done. Great. Because turkey meat, you know, ground turkey is a little healthier than ground beef. So, and then I add a bunch of herbs and spices, oregano, basil, and other stuff. So I like making spaghetti in the crock pot. That's probably my number one. Oh, hey, thank you. I appreciate that, sir. That's very kind of you. And for breakfast, now breakfast is my meal that I think do pretty good with. I'm really good with eggs, but I make French toast out of challah bread. For those of you not familiar with it, it's a Jewish bread. It's egg based, and typically you'll find it in the grocery store, in the nicer grocery stores, and it has a woven look to it. It's like they make a long rope with the dough, and then they kind of weave it into or braid it into the loaf. And I cut it really thick. I slice it like 3/4 of an inch to an inch thick, and it really soaks up the custard really well. Benito Jose Gutierrez Palma, hello and welcome aboard. Hope I said that correctly. I think I said all that correctly. Actually, it's I play pool with a guy named Benito Gutierrez. He's a very good pool player. So, oh, I'm in. You're in Canada, eh? Super. I am in Dallas, Texas, USA. Middle of it all. Big D. All right, we got this job done before dark. Now, field 16. Okay. I need to, let's review our contracts here real quick and see where we're at. Field 16 is the cultivating job. Okay, actually, we're going to go over there and start helping on that. All right, so we're going to take, see the money we got going here? Look at this. Here's 40,000 or 38,000. This is makes it 50,000. Actually, let's go this way. So here's $60,000. Well, I mean, it's almost $75,000 for these 3 contracts. So field 15's at 92%, and let's check on our guy, because that's, yeah, see, oh, okay, good, that's the one right next door to the house. But here's the one right here that they're working on. I told you we could go out the backside of the farm. So we're going to go down the road, we're going to take a right, go down this road, and we're going to kick in and start working this side of it over here. Hey, everything's great. I appreciate you asking. How are things with you? How's your weekend going? What's my favorite fruit? you know the singer Gavin DeGraw? I love his song Chariot. In it, he says the lyrics is, your favorite fruit is chocolate covered cherries and seedless watermelon. Nothing from the ground is good enough. Anyway, so yeah, chocolate covered cherries. No, I like, if there's anything I eat with regularity, I like oranges. I like Granny Smith apples are probably my number one, but I do like oranges. Bananas are okay, although technically not a fruit, they're a root. Let's see, we're going to bust through this goofy gate that's in the weird position. And drive across the corner of our field, hopefully not catch that. And here's part of another oddball water system. See now, I'm all good with this, right? See, the water flows downhill here, right? But then it goes uphill over there to the right. And then over there, it goes downhill, downhill, downhill. And at the far end of the field, it goes uphill again. So it's really kind of weird. Help accelerate getting this job done here. This is going to be a big money maker. What about you? You know what? I like olives. Olives I guess would count as a fruit, wouldn't it? I like black olives on my pizza. Does that count? Grapes are okay. I prefer seedless. But yeah, grapes are all right. I like grape juice. But again, and here's the thing. I don't know, and this is what they tell you. Anybody who's on a diet, everybody thinks, oh, you know, I need to have fruits and vegetables in my diet. Well, apparently they, and I say they with air quotes, right? They, who know everything and apparently get paid very well to make the rules for the rest of us minions in the world, say that fruit has a lot of naturally occurring sugar in it, and it's actually not good for you if you're diabetic or you're on diets and stuff, which is why they do like the keto diet. People do keto diets. Basically, it's just meat. I think it's no carbs, and fruit has carbs in it. And I love like Welch's grape juice, which, you know, I would think would be okay because it's like all natural. Say, hey, this is grapes. It's, you know, fruit. Hooray! But apparently not so much. So. Oh, God! You're talking about in the game? Oh, ha! I thought we were talking about food in real life, dude. I have not done anything with. Way to go, A-Train. What we've got here is failure to communicate. Stupid. I have not messed with grapes or olives in the ground. Yeah, no, I haven't messed with them. I mean, really, I don't mess with a whole lot outside of, if I could just, you know, do soybeans and canola. That's the two crops I really focus on, and then wheat if I've got chickens. What's that? You guys see what I see? What is this? Aha! Aha. It may be dark out, but A-Train ain't blind. I see things. I may miss things too. Say, who had the map maker put this? They put some stuff in goofy places around this map. The disappointing thing is he hasn't put anything up on any rooftops. And what's the default map? Keystone Valley or something like that? Excuse me. It has stuff on rooftops. So if there's a house with ladders on it or a building with ladders on it, then you know you've got to go climb that sucker, because there will be the little trinkets up there somewhere. The ladders are a hint. This map, not so much. The ladder's been a waste of time. Favorite tractor brand? You know, okay, so I don't really have a good answer for that. I like the Massey Fergusons. I like the New Hollands. I like the John Deeres. I don't do a lot with Case, but I like them. The Fendt seem pretty cool, but if I'm doing the Fendt, it's the big one. It's the big one. The 1000 series. And I like to do it in the Challenger colors. Now, what's interesting about all that is, if you're not familiar, Fendt is owned, and then I like the Valtra tractors too. And I know Lee likes it. She's a big fan of the cow tractor. Ooh, cow. From Valtra, it's a mod, but they have a tractor that you can get that looks like it's painted in cow colors. So anyway, my big complaint, now the John Deeres you can get, because like our 8R has dual narrow tires. And I think all the tractors need to have dual narrow tires. My Massey Ferguson on here has dual narrows, but the connection between the two seems a little hinky to me. It looks like it's a really thin, like 2-inch, maybe 3-inch pipe. I'm like, I don't think that's going to work. But like on the John Deeres and some of the others, they're just huge connections between the two tires. So, but I like any tractor. And on the big Challenger, the Fendt 1000, the Challenger version, which is yellow. So I can get a blue tractor, I can get a red tractor, I can get a Valtra in whatever color, shiny, goofy colors. John Deere in green, Case in red, Massey Ferguson in red. Some of them are available in black. And then I can get the Challenger in yellow. So yeah, you have a rainbow of fruit flavors. And if I get Kubota, then I could get orange tractors. Oh, I think the Star makes, Star doesn't make tractors. I think other stuff. So yeah, it may sound like a cop-out answer, but really like the interiors on the New Hollands. I like the ones that look realistic, but there's something goofy on one of them. The John Deere's sound accurate. The cases offer options for a bigger tractor with dual narrow wheels. It's just, for some reason, everybody's all about, hey, look, there's 6 different brands of tires, and you can get standard, wide, standard with wheel weights, wide with wheel weights, and dual wide tires. Wait a minute, what about narrow and dual narrow? I mean, who cares if I can get 6 different brands that do the exact same thing, right? Because if you go on the internet and you look up like New Holland tractors, none of the ones in the game, except there's like one older one that may be a mod, have dual narrow tires available. If you go look them up on their website, all of them are pictured with dual narrow tires. The John Deere's, some of them offer dual narrow tires, but not all. And all of them should. Case, same thing. Massey Ferguson, same thing. So I was talking about AGCO, right? I do like playing. I do like playing realistic. I mean, which seems kind of weird because I'm driving, from third-person perspective, which goes against all of my gaming technique. See, there's our John Deere right there. See the dual narrow tires on it, and those are spaced to work the fields, so they can drive through fields that have been planted, typically with corn, and they can run the rows without running over the plants. But yeah, I love that dual narrow tire look. And a lot of people, again, maybe I'm spoiled from watching Laura Farms videos, because that's all they do, is they run mostly dual narrow tires on their various John Deere tractors. But even then, she visited another farm, and sure enough, in the garage, there was a big case with dual narrow tires, and then another one she visited, there's a big blue tractor with dual narrow tires. Like, imagine that. You don't have the flotation, as they like to say, which is basically the ability for the tire to stay on top of the soil. The wider your tread, the wider the tire, the wider the contact patch with the ground, right? And the high flotation tires, as they call them, it has a wider contact patch. So if you're in soft ground, that spreads the weight of the tractor out over more area, and you're less likely to sink in. That makes sense? That's how it works. So the bigger your tires, the more your weight is spread out in PSI, pounds per square inch, across the surface that you're driving on. So, which is why a lot of your implements have like or in your trailers have like a road tire, and then they have a wide tire, right? If you take them off-road, you need to have that flotation or extra big contact patch for it to, you know, not sink in. Let's see, how do we want to do this here? I think we're going to go this way. Because then we'll get around this island thing. This island in the field. It's not an island in the stream. But yeah, I prefer to play a more realistic style. And that's part of the reason why I've kind of decided, and this was during when we were playing Frankenmuth, because I had bought several productions. Farmers don't own productions, except in very rare cases. Your individual local farmer, he owns his fields. That's it. His focus is on farming. It's not on selling, you know, transferring the grain to my own, you know, grain mill, so then I can ground it up into wheat or into flour, and then transfer it to my own bakery to make it into bread, so I can make more money. No, their focus is on maximizing the yield of their fields. So that's, I think the productions thing has gotten a little out of hand. So now I did do some looking stuff up, and you know, we did find some examples. Well, I didn't even have to do looking stuff up for this. Brahms Dairy. Okay. Brahms is a family-owned company. I think they're out of like Minnesota or something, upper Midwest, United States. And they have their own stores, grocery stores. But they have like their own cows for beef. They have their own cows for milk. They do their own ice cream and milk-related products. So, wait. I'm looking over here at the right side, because it seems like that would be a place to put a little trinket to pick up, but I didn't see anything. So, yeah. Trying to figure out, you know, hey, what are real-world examples? Of course, Brahms is a big company, but it started as a family operation. Schwann's may be the same way. Schwann's the ones that have the big yellow delivery trucks around the United States. I used to drive them like 35 years ago, 30 years ago. No, I went 35 years ago. It was about 25 years ago. Anyway, so just keep going this way. So there are examples of farms that own the production chains, but they're very rare. And I think the game is a little too focused on that and needs to be focused on farming. I did not see the new coffee map, no. I don't keep... Here's the thing. You got guys who do reviews of every map that comes out. So like Clutch will do a review, and Farmer Cop will do a review, and the Farm Sim guy will do a review, and like, you know, 10 people will do it. That's why I don't do map reviews. Because it's already covered by multiple people. I prefer to relate real-world information and how the game ties into the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like when we're talking about the tires, or where we're talking about what this cultivator does, as far as it's a rake or a harrow. Things like that. Things that are informative, and they, you know, go to the real world of farming. Now, around me, I'm in Dallas, Texas, which is, We call it the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. There's about 6 million people in this area in North Texas. That's a lot of people. And there used to be a lot of farm field around here. It's not so much anymore. A lot of it is for cattle. There's a lot of cattle farming in the area. And I'm trying to think of, there's a field, oddly enough, off Spring Creek and the Tollway in Plainview, which is a suburb to the north. And they're growing, it's not corn, I think they're growing, what the heck is the crop they're growing? It's the one represented in brown on here. Wheat, barley, canola, sunflower, sorghum. I think they're growing sorghum in that field. Because it looks kind of like corn, but then there's these brown things at the top. So yeah, there's a lot of farming in Texas. You go out, this part of Texas is a lot of cattle, and then people grow grass, you know, and bale it and sell it. Crop-wise, I don't know if there's a whole lot of crops that are grown, arable crops or what have you. Now, if you go out to West Texas, up on the Flat Rock, the Flat Rock, and you go out towards Amarillo, Lubbock, you climb to about 3,000 feet in elevation, and it's all flat up there. And they grow a lot of cotton, and I don't know if they do corn. I'm sure there's other stuff they do, but a lot of cotton farming in the state of Texas. Now you go down to the Rio Grande Valley, the southern part of the state, and there's a lot of fruit growing down there, fruit and vegetables. Yeah, that's great. Do that. Yeah, if you guys, there's a link in the description, and then Nightbot's been throwing the Discord link up on the screen too. Join our Discord, and you know, share your experiences and pictures about farming. I think there's a farming simulator folder. If not, I'll make one real quick. Farming simulator discussion, and you know, share pictures of your farms, and you know, flip a tractor up into a tree or something goofy, or you know, you've got real world experience with you know, farming. Hey, I was driving down the street and saw this tractor the other day. It was super cool. Oh, okay, cool. Share a picture with class. We like that. So, to me, this is part of my philosophy on playing games and doing this YouTube channel. If you notice the games I play, most of them have a real world component to them. And I like tying the two together. So if we're doing Farming Simulator, if we're doing Sim Airport, if we're doing Project Hospital, there's real world tie-ins to all that. City Skylines, Planet Coaster. Now, Planet Base doesn't necessarily have one, but it kind of does too. So, but I like to find, you know, real world, hey, how does this work in the real world if we, you know, did this, or how does that work? Or Kerbal Space Program, you know. All right, our guy over there has finished their work. That's good. So now, I'm going to do this. That, put a minion at work. Let me see, did we get the dude? It's the dude again. No, that's not the dude. This guy doesn't have the dude's face. Huh. Okay. Anyway, so he can take over there. Let's jump over. All right, here's the Massey Ferguson. Let's get off the field. He actually finished the field 100%. Is that? I'm lost. Where the hell am I? Okay, we're looking west right now. Yeah, there's Creeperville right there. We're not going to Creeperville. It's dark. If you guys missed it the other day, I've got to do this up as a short, so you guys can see it because it's freaking hilarious. No. Dang it, X. What is the? Hang on. Where are my stupid lights? I keep thinking it's H and it's not. Vehicle. Oh, it's F. That's it. There we go. I remember, I was like, wait a minute. It's the same as the flashlight if you're doing your stuff. So, yeah. All right, wait a minute. Now, that's the house. Our farm is actually over there. And we'll take it right here. Careful. Out of control. Get the equipment back to the house. But see, you can see the wet spots down through here. And water's running down through here. This is where water should be pooled. Now, on this map and on the New York map, the fields will flood. The low spots and fields will flood. So it's kind of cool like that. And I downloaded that map the other day because there's something I want to try with it. Oh, what are you doing? There's something I want to try with it. And it should be entertaining. Hey, Michael, what's happening? Can you see a tour of my farm? Yeah. So, all right. So here it is. This is us. This is the Stone Valley Farm. We're going to come in the side road here. We got a little chicken coop right there with like 15 chickens. We got a couple of buildings here. We've got a water tank. These buildings are essentially empty right now. I put in here on my right hang on, let me turn the lights on. There's a DEF, diesel exhaust fluid pump. Now the fuel tank in front of us there, the red one, I had filled up. It's a little close to the house for my liking, and I added the water hose, and then you have the silos there, and then there's the harvester, and then you have the little. Actually, I think we traded out the trailer. You get this trailer, but it's a dolly type trailer, and I'm not bajiggity with those because they're hard to steer and back up. So I ditched that sucker. And got an SEK 802, which is just a good old trailer from games past. But I went to the 12,000 liter capacity on it with the cover. So we got some hauling ability there. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking, bud. A year older. My birthday was this past week. And then there's the farmhouse. See our Massey here? It's got narrow front tires and then dual narrow backs. And see, to me, that little pipe there, somebody did this in a mod or something, and it was kind of lazy. It seems to me there should be something a little more substantial than that, like 2-inch pipe holding these big wheels together. So. But whatever. Thanks, appreciate it. And if you guys, O-Train is Michael. He's one of our junior farmers. So he's asking if you want to go check out his channel and maybe throw him a subscribe. That'd be swell. So go snub. No, you don't snub to you. They sub to you. You don't want them to snub you. That's bad. Snub is bad. Alright, I think we got this sucker cleaned up pretty good here. I really like the Massey Fergusons though. They're nice, nice tractors. Get inside. This is a smaller one. It's still got an analog dashboard. It does have the console over here. And we can look kind of closer at it. And it's got this over here as well, which I guess is the vehicle monitoring system. And then it's got the joystick. So this is kind of an in-between. There's your hydraulic controls there for your 3-point on the back. You got a couple of cup holders. You got your buddy seat. And it's kind of cool. It's got this window here that you can look down at your 3-point. And that's where your hydraulics hook up for your implement. So, yeah, it's cool stuff. All right, so then we've got this third deal right here. Oh wait, I'm not sure this is going to fit inside. Oh yeah, this will. This is not. This is like the 6-meter plow. It's not the 9-meter. The 9-meter plow usually won't fit in these things. Let me back this in here for the night. That'll do. Shut it down. Jump out. Let's do. So we've got 3 buildings. Like actually, I think this is the 4th one. So basically, we have 4 sheds. This one's a little different. Hang on. Over here. So this is a straight drive-through shed. The others have doors on the one end and on the side. So, yeah. So you got a lot of that. You got some storage over there. Where's Rudolph? Rudolph! Where, buddy? Come say hi to the gang. Where's Rudolph? Probably needs to be fed. So let's feed him. And got his ball here. Where is he? Okay, he's not going to be in the house. Where's Rudolph? Where's our buddy? There's some way, I guess when you see him, you can call at him. You can whistle at him. There he is. There's my buddy. Rudolph, hey, where are you going? He's going to run through the house. Minor technicality, he clips through stuff like garbage cans and houses. He's a multi-dimensional dog. Yeah, he heard me pouring his food. Where are you? Dork, come here. Where did his ball go? There's his ball. There he is. Boink. Come here, buddy. He's a good dog. Come here, Rudolph. That's a good boy. I'll pet him a little bit. He's a good boy. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So there's Rudolph. All right. Let's, we're done. Our jobs are done. So, let's wait. Hang on, before we go do that. All right, I'll be back, buddy. This guy can actually stop now because he's done. So hit H, and hit X. Go ahead and close out. Get off the field. Move, B. Get off the field. Which way to home? Home is that way, I think. Yes, home is this way. So cycle everything back home here. Rachel? What is this? Hi, Rachel. Rachel Diven. What? Is that like an acronym? I don't know what that is. I do not understand the words coming out of your mouth. Alright, this will take us back to the main road, which our field is just cultivated, so okay. Awesome. Alright, so the 4755 has done us good today. This is good. And then we'll go get the 8R and round it up, bring it back to the house. It has been a good, busy first day on the farm here. We don't need fuel. We're good there, so let's give this thing a quick bath. E. Now R. Thank you. And yeah, I highly recommend going into the downloads thing if you play, and get some of the lizard equipment. Like this is a lizard cultivator. They're super cheap, and they work just as well as any other cultivator. So typically what you'll see is somebody will take a all right, we'll see you later, Michael. Take care. Someone will take a real world piece of equipment that somebody spent hours like modeling and mocking up, or the devs did, or whatever. Well, it just occurred to me, this looks like the tractor in cars, on the tractors they push over. And someone will take that model and they'll change it and make the lizard version of it, which, you know, of course is non-licensed. And the one change they make, if they make any changes, will be you can change the color of the implement, which is nice. I like that. I like when you can color code stuff. Alright, now that looks nice and clean. I don't know if there's any more contracting jobs available. I mean, contracting doofus. Everything's fertilizing. Huh. Okay. So we may wind up... in fact, we are going to do that. Let's just set this down here. Turn that off. We're going to need that. Q. Disconnect. Lizard HV830. We'll go over here. And we'll go to that. And return it. Sweet. This tractor did pretty good. So yeah, I think we're going to hold on to it. So we'll have this kind of an old school tractor in the fleet. And here it's shifting constantly. Turn the lights off, doofus. Whoops. I left the lights. Oh, now I'm in the... Oh, now I've really done it. Okay, hang on. There's that one. Okay, here's this one. Hang on. Getting back to it. Okay, lights are off there. Lights are off there. I don't think I started it up. Yeah, there. Okay. All right, so... doofus. Okay, so now we got 2 of the 3 birds parked, and again we just need to get this one home, and I think we just go straight and then up to the left. Yeah, the house is over there. I know where we're going. I'm not lost at all. Oh, we do need to kind of look in this creek though. See if there's any other trinkets we can pick up. Hey train, it looks like there's still part of the field to do. Why yes, there is part of the field still to do, but see where at the top where it says active contracts 2? See where it says 100% done? You do not have to do 100% of the field, you just have to do 100% of the contract. So, to show you what happens, see how the field is white over there because it's limed, right? Let's go ahead and close the contracts out. Okay, back. Notice it's not white anymore. The whole field is done. Boom, just like that. So yeah, don't waste time, especially if you're running minions doing the work for you, Okay, so you're paying them by the hour to work the fields and whatever. As soon as you see a contract, that contract HUD is a really good mod to get, because that's up there at the upper top where it says the upper top, where it says active contract 0. That's the contract mod HUD. Contract HUD mod. Yes, I sprechen Sie. So what it does is it shows you how much of the job is done. And as soon as you're 100% done, then you need to get over to that vehicle and stop it immediately. It's not a big deal if you're just plowing or cultivating like we are, because it's, although it'll cost you a couple more minutes of God, I hate that stupid notice on the screen. It's so dumb. It'll cost you a couple more minutes of manpower, of labor, paying your minion if they want to finish out the field. The real key is if you're doing a fertilizing job or a seeding job or a spraying job where you have to pay for an expendable, and you want to stop as soon as the field is done. That way it doesn't waste any more money or any more of your product that you've paid for. So that's a quick money saving tip. Always pay attention, and if you're using course play, you'll see in the upper right corner, field so-and-so is done. The problem is that only comes up when the field is actually 100% complete. Well, none of the contracts require you to do 100% of the field. So pay attention to that, and it'll save you money for not only labor cost, but it will save money from extra fertilizer or seed or herbicide going down in the field. So there you go, helpful hints. Maytrain. All right, let's just back this up here. Let's get in the cab. Let me look over my shoulder. Oh, wrong way. It's going to fit. If it fits, it ships, and it's going to. It fits. Ha! Who knew? And I didn't think it would. Steve Guttenberg, the Police Academy movie. Lights off, fights off. Okay, anything blinking, anything on? I don't see anything on. That's good. Good. All right, cool. Hey. Hello? Hello? Is there no door here? There's no door here. I thought there was a door here. So much for securing that stuff. I have to move it all again. I'm not going to move it all. Oh, this one? Okay, so this is an open air barn. So I guess... I don't know. I guess you store your hay in here. That works. So there's more water. Sploosh. You hear the ground squishy. All right, where'd Rudolph go? He's sitting there. He's a good boy. Now, it's weird. For some reason, the truck... Is it me or does the truck look blue? Or black? Did someone take it and paint it on me? It's red. That does not look red. There's light right next to it. Wait a minute. Flat. There it is. Okay. Stupid. So, yeah, that got us a bunch of work done. We made a bunch of money off these contracts. We could do fertilizing, but man, I mean, fertilizing is just expensive. First off, we don't have the equipment for it. And now, if you want another mod, here's additional details or contract details. So here, we click on this, and this shows you here what you receive for the contract on the left column. The right column is your actual profit. Okay? So this will help you determine if you really want to take a contract with expendables. It doesn't factor in labor if you hire a minion to do the field. And I always recommend, if you're going to do that and use courseplay, pay them $0 because you've effectively shown them how to go. But yeah, so this contract pays you $23,648, but the materials drops it down to see, it's almost $7,800 worth of materials. All right, so it'll tell you how much time, how long it'll take. Now, it says 18 minutes, so you could make $15,000 in 18 minutes of work. Okay, that's not bad. You know, go for it. Likewise, this one, 17 minutes, and you can make $20,000. Wait, I can math, and that doesn't math. What's weird about this? What's wrong with field 11? Let's look at the map. Field 11, it must be split up. Where is field 11? There's 10. Oh, here's 11. Oh, you know what? I don't think it's factoring in the full size of the field. And this is the problem on this map. With these splits, like this, and like this, right? Like this, it effectively breaks one field into two, or even three, or four, in case of field 5. Okay? And while that may be realistic, because this is based on a real-world map, so what that is drainage areas. Okay? And they don't plant in those little drainage areas because typically stuff gets washed away. The map maker didn't quite get that right, but, you know, in theory, it's all good. Excuse me. So I don't think we're getting accurate information. That's a little hinky. And the reason I say that is, all right, 27 grand for the contract, 20 grand profit. 17 minutes to do 36.33 acres. 18 minutes to do 31 acres. Now I can math. And in theory, the bigger field's going to take longer, right? So that's where I think something's hinky about the deal. Now, we can do new contracts. And we got new contracts. That's okay. We need to work on our own fields anyway. And that's what we're going to look at doing for next time. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Appreciate you being here, man. It's a very lively chat today. Guys, I appreciate that so much. I really do. I hope you learned something about either the game or maybe about something in the real world related either to the game or one of the other topics we talked about, like pizza and fruit not being necessarily healthy for you because it contains a lot of natural sugars depending on what you're getting. So anyway, yeah, if you would give us a like, share with your friends, let them know about the channel, help us grow. We keep hovering around, we're at 796. We were at 798. And somehow a couple of viewers died or got bored or something. And so we're trying to get to 800, and then we're pushing for 1,000. So you guys were active in the chat. Thank you so much. That makes it a lot more interesting. Asking questions. Love the back and forth. Don't mind you promoting your own channel. As long as you let me promote mine, you can promote yours. So like, share, and subscribe. Turn on that bell icon so you know when we go live or upload a video. Gosh, it's only 5:45. Feels later than that. And so I probably will do some dinner and be back a little later with probably some Project Hospital. We got some work to do on the Beverly Crusher Medical Center. Also, join us on Discord. There's a link in the description below, and Nightbot's been posting that in the chat. You can become part of the A-team and chit-chat about this and other games. Share your experiences, pictures, stuff like that. And your donations are greatly welcome and appreciated at paypal.me/atraingames. It's paypal.me/atraingames. We're working towards getting a webcam because I know you guys want to see my smiling face while I do this. So, yay! Especially when I am looking for trinkets and I jump back to the truck and all of a sudden there's a dude standing there looking at me. Yeah, that's going to make a short because that was funny as all get out. About had a Code Brown moment there. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed it. And make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And turn on the bell icon so you know when we go live or upload a video, because we'll probably do another one tonight. We'll see. But otherwise, have a great day, night, evening, morning, wherever you are on planet Earth or beyond. I'm A-Train. It's over. And I'm out.